Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream, Movie Buzzer. I very much apologize. I am very under the weather, and I was very didn't know if I was even going to stream whatsoever because I am just I'm sick. So therefore, that has caused me not to also put anything out this week. Um, any content just because, man, my head has been fucking killing me. I've had, you can probably hear it in my voice. My nose currently is fucked up from everything, so therefore, it's that. But I went and seen Spider-Man No Way Home, and I've been covering Spider-Man No Way Home for a for a while now here on the channel, and I felt that I owe it to you guys to give you my review of Spider-Man No Way Home. So I'm going to start for a little bit. I am early in starting on my stream. Um, So I'll give it a little bit of time for people to come in and everything. But basically, I'll keep it spoiler free, and then I'll let you guys know when I will be doing spoilers. Because of course this movie is very spoiler heavy. Um, because just so much shit fucking happens in this movie. Excuse me, guys. Sadly, you probably see me do that a lot. Uh, just because, like I said, sick. I had to go see the movie sick, which didn't make it make me feel any better or anything like that. But to be honest with you, I know what you guys are here for. You guys want to hear what my thoughts are on Spider-Man No Way Home. So going in, you know, we had so much things going on with, you know, what was going on with this movie. A lot of fan theories and everything. A lot of leaks. Everybody wanted to know what was going on with this movie. Um, as Spider-Man films go, I've always been my favorites have always been the Andrew Garfield ones. The Tom Holland ones are okay, but they just didn't. They were more Ultimate Spider-Man type feel. He was taking place in the MCU and had all these other heroes and stuff like that. Where the previous ones didn't have that. So I mean, with Tom Holland films, it feels to me like they've gotten better after each one of them. Homecoming was I'm not a big fan of Homecoming. The only part I like about that is Michael Keaton's Vulture, and then in Far From Home we get the Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio and everything. Um, so and he did a fantastic job as Mysterio. Loved him as Mysterio, and I loved it. When they did the illusion scene, that was Spider-Man to me. And then now we get No Way Home. And what they do is they bring back the older villains from Toby's universe and from Andrew's universe. And we get and then because he's trying to basically fix his, um, you know, fix everybody knowing that he's, Peter Parker Spider Man. Because it's affecting their lives. It's affecting his Aunt May's. It's affecting his friends. It's affecting his life. It's just it threw it all in a wrench. And the movie starts off exactly at that point where that we see in the post-credit scene of Far From Home. That's exactly where the movie starts, which is great because it's like you lose no time. I mean, if you watch the trailers, you know what basically happens, um, as far as what he's trying to do, and then the villains show up and all that. And I'm going to tell you one thing: this is probably by far my favorite Spider-Man movie. There is maybe some things I was not a big fan of in this, but they're very, very small and nitpicky. But when you look at it as like the grand scheme of things, that this is a different take of Spider-Man. It always has been. Excuse me. It always has been a different take of it. So it's not exactly what the books are. It's not exactly what the previous movies were. And this movie does a great job at doing all that. Hey, Red, super nice to see you, man. I know I didn't get to it right away, but yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't done a stream since November 2nd, I think was the last stream I did for the Morbius trailer. um, it's just there's so much going on every day. It's hard to stream live streams, and I like doing them. That way, I get to talk to you guys. But it's hard to do them right now. Probably a lot of the times, like right now, football's on. But this was such a. I normally, like I said, me being under the weather, football on. I'm gonna usually be doing that. But this was such a big movie. I went and seen it. I needed to talk to you guys about it because one, I got to get it off my chest what I think of the movie and how I feel, and then also, if you guys send in chats and everything, you guys tell me how you felt about the movie if you watched the movie. We haven't gotten any spoilers yet or talk about anything yet as far as that goes because I'm going to give it a little bit of time because I did not. I am started this early. Because I'm probably going to call it around 11:30. I'm going to tell you that right now. I stated I'd be on 11, probably be getting off at 11:30. That way I kind of got a little bit more extra more time to talk to you guys on it. But I thought the movie fantastic, fantastic movie, best Spider-Man movie by far, and it does bring back I mean, it's great. It's really great. Hey Poe, how's it going, sir? Excuse me. Um, God, I wish I wasn't sick so that way I could actually feel better when I'm talking about it. It feels like I'm just like, yeah. No spoilers yet. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about spoilers yet. I'm going to give it time because I did get on earlier. So giving it a little bit more time, then I'll get into them. Like I said, I kind of gave the basis of what the movie is, which basically you see in the trailers, and then the how I kind of feel about the movie. And like I said, I think it's fantastic. But I am going. Well, I can't actually say that without giving away spoilers. So I'll wait a little bit before I say what I was getting ready to say. But fantastic movie. Definitely one of the probably top five MCU movies by far. It was definitely worth it. Your movie starts in 40 minutes. Oh, and yeah, I'm not spoiling anything for you, man, because I want you to enjoy it. So, um, but I will let you know. Excuse me. I will let you know when I start spoilers. So, hey, David, how's it going, sir? Nice to see you come in. Thank you very much. If you are coming in, guys, just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Um, Again, apologize for the fact of lack of content this week, and also I'm sick, guys. I really was very highly debating on if I was even going to do this stream, but I owe it to you guys since I have been covering it very well. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm sick, and I'm here with you guys. So, but I do want you guys to leave comments and everything what you guys think of the movie. Let's discuss it. I like to discuss it. No spoilers yet. I'll let you guys know when I do that. I wish I had the main program where I could actually I went on a phone either. I hate my quality on my phone. I am gonna probably get a new phone here soon, guys. That has the better camera. So that will hopefully comes after the new year and everything. I am looking into it. So um but yes, fantastic movie. Love the fucking movie. Hold on a second. I do love the fact that they got rid of a lot of things that bugged me in the previous two Tom Holland movies. This is by far the best Tom Holland Spider-Man we've gotten. Um, I've always said that the Russo brothers did him right in in Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. That was Spider-Man. That was the best versions of Spider-Man we ever got. And thank you, David. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to get there. Uh, Almost before Christmas, and I got a busy weekend too. So, um, but this was definitely by far the best version that we've gotten of this version of Spider-Man, which was fantastic. I love the fact that what they did. This director took it a totally different thing. I don't think this is the same director that did the previous two. So, oh, Bo says I'm so excited, man. I can't wait. Oh, dude, I was like, I've been like that all day, waiting for to go into this movie. My showing was at 5:30, and I basically left work, took the kids, we went and did our picture in front of the poster like I always do, and all that's something I've done with the kids um, ever since they were little. Take pictures in front of the movie poster before we watch a movie and everything, and post it. So we did that, got the popcorn and everything, got to sit there, watch the trailers, um, and just I was so excited because it's a Spider-Man film. Um, I had expectations going into this film, and I left very happy with it, very very happy with it, and I feel like it was definitely worth. It was worth all the speculation and the fact that yes, I had to turn off. Um, I never turned off my Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. I still was on it, but anytime I'd see anything Spider-Man, I'd scroll, scroll, scroll. I didn't want to see any videos or anything. And wouldn't you know, first thing I see when I get on YouTube today after I watch the movie is, oh, I'm sorry, football. And Travis Kelsey maybe he just got me a touchdown, but um, I kept scrolling and everything, and first thing I see when I get at home today is the damn somebody has already posted the ending of the fucking movie online on YouTube, and it comes right up in my not even my it wasn't in my subscriptions, it's in like the recommended thing, and I'm like, that is fucking why. That is fucking why you had to go see this movie um, when it first comes out and everything. You can't wait on it. It's because otherwise you rather just turn off social media, and the internet can ruin a fucking movie. It really can. It really fucking can. The Juju Man, same direct. Oh, it's the same director. Okay. Oh wow. Well, he did a fucking better job on this one than he did with the previous two. So, Post says special effects are as good as Endgame and Infinity War. Dude, special effects are fucking awesome. You're gonna love it, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you are going to love it. Um, David says, I hear a lot of rumors were confirmed. No rumors were confirmed. No spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers yet. I'll get to that here shortly. Because it's about around the time I was going to start the stream. So I'll give it maybe 10 more minutes, maybe, and then we'll get into some spoilers. Because um, yeah, no spoilers, please. Um, yeah, I'll say 5 to 10 more minutes. We'll see where we're at right there at that point, and then I'll start spoilers. So Poe, at that point, as much as I'd love to have you in here, man, you might want to head out because I want you to enjoy it, dude. I want you to enjoy it and watch the film for what it is and not be spoiled, because that's what I was trying to do this whole fucking time was avoid every spoiler, everything that I possibly could, you know. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's hard. It is very hard to avoid all that shit. So, especially when you do YouTube or, like I said, I'm a Spider-Man fan, so people post shit on my email, on my Facebook and shit, and it's like, really, come on, guys, you're my friends. Don't do that to me. David says, I hear Holland wants to take a break from acting too. He probably will take a break from acting. Um, but I don't know if he really will or not. People say that all the time and they don't. And then I've also heard that he will be returning, you know, for more Spider-Man films. So, or at least Spider-Man in somebody else's films. So we'll have to see, and I'll get a little bit more into that when we get into spoilers. All right, Poe says, okay, I'm headed out. Movie in 30 minutes. Have fun, Poe. Peace out, man. Take care. Enjoy the film. Enjoy the film. You're going to love it. I believe you're going to love it. And Juju says, easily the best Spider-Man film in my opinion. A lot of people, I got a feeling that's what a lot of people are going to be at. A lot of people are going to be like, this is the best. This is top of the line right here. This felt like because the only part of Far From Home to me that felt like Spider-Man was the illusion scene. Was mostly the illusion scene. This, because I watched it yesterday. I watched it again last night to kind of get the feel to going into this movie. And the movie starts, you know, with that, you know, that end credit scene. So, um, it's so, oh man, yeah. Like I said, best spot. This, like I said, big best Spider-Man film in my opinion as well. What do you like to see in Tom Holland's new trilogy? If it now, from what I understand, they haven't personally said that that was going to be they were going to do a new trilogy, but possibly they want to do a new trilogy with him, and I could see where they definitely, the way the movie ends and everything, that is definitely something they can end up doing. So, sorry, I'm messing up the camera because I'm hitting it. So, um, I'll get a little bit more into that when we get into Red Super. I'll get more into that when we get into spoilers here in about, let's say 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and we're getting into spoilers, guys. Um, just so that way anybody who's coming in knows, um, and we're not spoiling anything yet. But yes, 5 minutes, then we're going to get into spoilers. I wish I had the little thing I could put on the thing. David says Miles Morales perhaps in the next trilogy. Black Cat. Who knows, man? I'm hoping. I've been hoping for a Hobgoblin for forever, but Tom Holland said that this was almost going to be a Craven movie. They were going to go Craven, so it makes me believe that if that we're going to get another Spider-Man movie, we're getting Craven. But then again, I'll get into more of that when we get in spoilers here in a minute. What because of things that happen in the movie, that it could possibly go a different route. But I mean, I know they're leaning highly towards Craven for it. Andrew, this is not a spoiler stream yet. It will be in about 4 more minutes. If you haven't seen it, as much as I hate to have you guys leave, I don't want you guys to be spoiled. Um, so in 4 minutes, at 11:05, I will be going into over spoilers. Right now, it's not. Um, I just kind of want to hear a lot of what you guys think of the movie, without spoiling anything, please. I just kind of want to hear what you guys think about the movie, or if you haven't seen it, what your hopes are for the movie. Some plans, and everything. Of course, super chats are always accepted and everything, guys. If you're not a subscriber, by all means, subscribe to the channel and also hit that like button. And of course, I definitely had, you know, any comments, very much appreciated. Yeah, in a few minutes. Super gotcha. Andrew, this was the first and only time I liked a movie with Tom's Spider-Man. That's it. Like I said, to me, it felt like the Tom Holland Spider-Mans have gotten better after each one. Homecoming was a kind of a letdown. I mean, Homecoming was all right, but it wasn't to me as good as other Spider-Man movies. I've always been an Andrew guy. Those were my Spider-Mans. Far From Home did better, especially with the second half of that movie. The second half of that movie is what makes that better. And then this movie just took totally different, and was awesome. Just awesome all the way through. From beginning to end, this movie was fucking awesome. Loved it. Intelligent Psycho, how's it going, Chris? Yeah, I avoided all the spoilers, leaks, online TV spots because the internet just likes to spoil films for no reason. They do. They fucking do, dude. I cannot fucking stand it. And the internet can ruin a fucking film. And I'll get a little bit more on that here in just a few minutes. But the internet can ruin a film because if you show too much, um, then you've ruined your whole movie because then you've seen the whole movie. If you show nowadays, you show what little you feel that you can, and then right now the way with social media, it blows up on fan theories and everything. It's like all of a sudden here's all these fan theories and everything going on, and it's like because especially like how I always go back to WandaVision when it comes to that because it was like people there's Mephisto on the wall, so um, that's kind of where it is now, and I can't stand the fact that they do that. I apologize again, guys. I am so under the weather. It kills me. Andrew, you know me. Tobey Maguire will always be my. Yes, Andrew. I know Tobey is always your favorite. Always. One more minute, guys. One more minute, and then we're going to end the spoilers. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man guy. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man guy 2, man. Liked him in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. See, Andrew Garfield was always my favorite Spider-Man. He even over Tom Holland Spider-Man. And the thing is, when you watch this Spider-Man, when you watch this movie, and then you think about how Andrew Garfield is and how Tobey Maguire was, I'm starting to really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man better. Because I feel he is more like Spider-Man now. Just a lot of the different things that he does in this movie, especially this movie, Homecoming and fucking No Way Home. I mean, Homecoming and Far From Home. Jesus fucking Christ. There's a lot of fucking things I wrote at. He's more Tony's kid in those two movies. Where this one it breaks that mold. Thank God. Um, for it. So, all right, Andrews, because Spider-Man 2, 2004, to me is the perfect Spider-Man film. Oh my goodness, guy. Andrew, even over this movie, you still prefer that movie over this one? I got a feeling a lot of people are going to change their minds as Spider-Man 2 being their favorite film. I got a feeling this is going to be the number one. This is going to be the number one. All right, guys. So, with that now, I feel caught up and I feel like I can only go so far in saying how good of a film this is without spoiling anything. Starting right now, if you're in this chat, I am going to start with spoilers. I wish I had a nice little banner saying that it's now spoilers on, but here we go. So if you haven't, you got a couple seconds to get off, and then check it back later after you've watched the movie, because I definitely want you guys to watch the movie before hearing any spoilers. Andrew says yes over this one. Oh wow, Andrew, that's crazy. That's crazy. How can you? That's unbelievable. All right, so what spoilers? Let's go. So, hold on. Let them change their mind, but at least Toby, in my opinion, was the most realistic. Dude, no. I'm still no. Untitled Psycho. Spider-Man No Way Home lives up not only to the hype, but exceeds all expectations, and it was fan service with the ensemble cast of villains and surprise characters from the multiverse. Um, it was great. It was great. To be honest with you, I mean, but I'm going to start this spoiler talk now. Basically, right where I left off just a minute ago. The internet ruins fucking movies. The internet ruins movies. Um, I was, I predict you could predict this whole fucking movie. That's the only thing I don't like about this movie. I can predict every fucking thing that happens as it was happening. The Daredevil cameo was spoiled. So we kind of knew that was coming. Plus, people were talking about it, about him being in it, especially with the legal shit. And then the pictures. I mean, we all knew Toby and Andrew were going to be in this film because you're going to have the villains and not the Spider-Man. You know, it just made sense that they're going to be in it. So therefore, it was coming. It was coming. It was coming. It was coming. All right, hold on a second. Toby, Spider-Man, Gwen, Green Goblin, and Doc Ock was cool. Yeah. Uh, the thing was, like, again, like I said, the internet ruined it. I mean, everything I predicted. You could predict everything that was happening in this movie. The part where MJ falls off the tower and everything, and it was a lot of people were like, "Oh, Andrew's going to catch her." That is exactly what fucking happened. You still fucking teared up. You could tear up at that fucking scene because I mean he's tearing up as he's like, "I did it, I caught her." You know, um, the I had heard that Mary Aunt May dies. That was in this, and it's just like I said, all the fucking rumors and all the fucking leaks and everything just kind of took out a lot of the surprise. People cheered and everything in this movie, but to me, I love the movie, but the internet ruined I think most of that experience. If I would have not known anything about what was going on, like they didn't release a trailer, we just kind of assumed this was going to happen, and nothing, no spoilers had ever hit. That when Matt Murdock showed up on scene, man, you'd been like, oh, fuck. I mean, granted, we just kind of got a cameo of Kingpin on Hawkeye, so we kind of would have assumed maybe then, but it's so hard to keep fucking secrets anymore, for movies and stuff. So and they did a good job at trying on this. Intelligence cycle, they look upgraded. The look for Electro was as well pretty cool. The thing was, the look for the characters was a lot cleaner. I didn't like the fact that they kept Sandman as a Sandman the entire time. That kind of was weird to me. I was like, what? They couldn't get Hayden Church or whatever his name, Thomas Hayden Church, to come back and be there, but just do voiceover. So it kind of that one bothered me a little bit. The look of Lizard was better. The part Doc Ock looked good. Jamie Foxx was better, a lot better in this than he was ever in Amazing Spider-Man 2. They fixed him, which was fantastic. He wasn't this fanboy, fanboy that, Spider-Man didn't come to his birthday party. That's what I liked. That he was not that. They really changed his tone, and he is like, I like this universe, and he's like, I don't want to go back to my universe. I was a loser on my universe, basically. They did great on that. Green Goblin, the only thing I just wish they would have done with him was it was great. The bridge scene, fantastic. That little glimpse of it we get of it. But that is all we get of him wearing that fucking mask. And then the scene where he after the glider hits Aunt May, and he jumps on the glider and it's a silhouette with the hood on and everything. I was like, that's fucking Green Goblin right there. But I can't stand the fact that he's not the Green Goblin in the face, the mask or they changed him. That part bothered me a little bit. As far as his look, but Willem Dafoe, man, fucking fantastic as an actor. He's fucking badass. And the thing is, they said that he's 66 years old, and he wanted the only reason why he come back is if he could do his own stunts and fighting. So when he's fighting Peter and Spider-Man, that's him. I'm pretty sure there was some stunt doubles, but maybe for certain scenes, but that was him whooping ass and everything. He just plays that fucking role so well as Norman Osborn, and so evil as a Green Goblin. I loved it. Andrew says the reason why No Way Home was up there with the first two Raimi films and Spider-Verse was seeing the characters back. That's it. And that's where a lot of people would. Hold on. But it was. I love the fact when they brought back Toby and Andrew, it felt like they give them those roles more closure. Now, a lot of people are already have seen where a lot of people are like, I want Spider-Man 4. I want the Amazing Spider-Man 3 now, because now they want to sell forward again. They want to see where Toby goes with maybe his daughter and Mary Jane being married to Mary Jane and everything. And then where Andrew went as a bitter Spider-Man and where he wasn't pulling his punches anymore and stuff. So a lot of people want to see those, and I don't think we're going to get those. I mean, I had heard that we might get Toby's again, maybe in Doctor Strange 2 as a very cameo, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Andrew says I didn't care about Tom's story. Actually, like I said, Tom Holland did a fantastic job in this movie. I actually enjoyed his Spider-Man more in this movie, one than I had in the previous two, but also even over Toby and Andrew in their appearances in this. I love the chemistry between the three. Like, these three brothers, it was fantastic. I liked it. So Intelligent Cycle says this is pretty much the most heartwarming and darker tone of the Spider-Man franchise. It was very dark. Compared to um, even over the Amazing ones. The Amazing ones were the darkest, I think, out of all of Spider-Mans. But this one right here, yeah, it had a little dark tone to it because it just on how much was, it was more serious. It didn't take, it didn't joke. You had your jokes in there, which was great, especially amongst the Spider-Mans and everything. But there were certain characters that didn't need to be in there. I didn't care for Flash being back in it, but I mean, come on, it's Flash Thompson. I knew they were going to do that. Betty didn't have a big role. She had a role like she did in the first one, so that was great. They didn't give her a huge role in this one, which was fantastic. So David says at least they got rid of the original suit, the one that looked like a Power Rangers villain for Goblin, right? Dude, that he actually has it. It's just it's all underneath like these homeless robes. That's what it basically is. The purple hood and shit that you see on him is like homeless robes. Reminds me of Megatron from fucking Dark of the Moon. Is basically what it reminds you of. Sorry, like I said, football. But and like I said, the mask is only in it for like 5 seconds. It ain't even in it that long. I mean, it comes at the bridge. You see the bridge scene, and then that was another thing that leaked out earlier this week. Was where the mask was broken, where he broke the mask. It was like, that was stupid. I wish he would have had the mask on with the purple hood on. That would have been fine. I would have been all right with that. I was just, yeah, the Green Goblin design I wasn't a fan of in this movie, but Willem Dafoe killed it as that character like he did in the original. I was so freaking excited. Tobey Maguire came back and back my childhood returned. Yeah, I mean it takes you back. It has a lot of nostalgia when those two come back in, when those two show up. Shit, it had nostalgia feeling from the very beginning. They actually, I didn't expect the bridge scene to be until like halfway through the movie. They got to that pretty damn quick. They got to everything like quick. Um, they didn't really go really too much into the whole, he murdered Mysterio and all that kind of stuff at the beginning, which was shocking because I felt like I was already expecting. I was like, well, half this movie is going to be that, or at least a good quarter of it will be that. And they got to it. I felt very, very quick, very quick, and I was happy that they got to it very quick the way they did, and just everything that they did on how the nanotech, he ripped off the suit and the nanotech absorbed into the tentacles, and then Peter could control them. That was cool. That was funny. Andrew says, "Hey, I like that goblin scene. I do too, man. I really do. I actually don't mind it. I don't really look at it as a Green Ranger costume. I don't. Yeah, I don't know, Andrew, why people hate it so much. They wanted a Spider-Man or Aunt May die. David, if you haven't seen it, man, as much as I'd love to have you in here, and talking about it, I don't want to spoil it, dude. But so you got a couple seconds, and I want to mention about it. It was not Toby, thank God. Yeah, yeah. When that happened at the end of the movie, I was like, "Oh shit, they're actually going to do it. They're going to kill him," you know. And then I like how he's like, "No, I've been stabbed before." I'm good. I like Charlie Cox as a small cameo. Yeah, that was a good cameo. That was a great cameo. That was quick. I liked it. It was quick to the point. Hey, here's a cameo of Daredevil, and that was it. So, David says, I don't mind spoilers. Probably won't see for a long time. Okay, man. I'm just letting you know, dude. I hate the fact that you got to wait so long to see it, though. Um, but yeah, none of the Spider-Man die. Toby does get stabbed, but he doesn't die. It made it look like he was going to die, but he was like, no, I've been stabbed before. Aunt May dies though. Aunt May dies, and at first, what happened and how they did it kind of pissed me off. I was like, really, they're going to kill Aunt May? And then I was like, well, maybe they'll reverse everything. They'll reverse, and she'll come back to life. They did not do that. But the thing is, like, they took out something that a lot of people have been bitching about for a long time about Tom Holland's Spider-Man about. They never mentioned Uncle Ben. Well, in this universe, there is no Uncle Ben. There is no Uncle Ben in this universe, and they basically make Aunt May the Uncle Ben character. With the great power comes great responsibility. They mention it. She says it, and then then she dies and everything. And that's him losing someone and realizing, with great power comes great responsibility. Um, and then of course, that's when he has to make that decision to make everybody forget and go back again to No Way, No Way. Andrew says, I was so shocked Toby Andrew were in the film. Yeah. Um, People cheered. People cheered when Andrew hit that scream, man. Everybody was like cheering, and I didn't. Now I watched Danny and Anzo's show. Danny says that when Toby came back in, they really got loud. But for me, in my theater, they cheered more for Andrew than they did for Toby. And then of course, they cheered when that one scene where they have, it's like the scene where it shows all three of them together on. And everybody cheered, and then everybody cheered when Andrew saves MJ, and because that was also a fantastic scene and everything. I teared up, I think, 3 times in this movie. I teared up when Aunt May died. I teared up, no, twice, maybe twice, when Andrew called Gwen. I would call MJ, because both those moments were very, very touching and sad, and it is a very heartfelt movie. It is very hard. It's very dark. It's fun. It's everything. It's everything. A lot of people will really love this movie. Andrew says, I laughed when Toby and said the Avengers. That's great. What is that? Yeah, that was funny as fuck. What's that? And it's like, shit, who the fuck, you got other heroes here? We ain't got shit in our universes. But let me get to hold on a second, guys. So let's talk about the end credit scenes, as well. So the credit scene is Tom Hardy's Venom. He's in a bar and he's talking about the going over to bartender about about the blip, and about there's people there and everything. He's like there's somebody who flies around in an iron suit, and there's a green monster, and he's talking about the purple alien. He's like, no, 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 no. Let me tell you what alien is. They're blacking her, in her head all the damn time. And that, I mean, it played off right off of the Venom 2 post credit scene. So, and then it's what I liked about that was the fact that it set it up perfectly. Because okay, now you brought Venom into this universe, right? And then he gets sent back. He gets sent back to his universe, but they leave. part of the symbiote. It was there on the table, and basically it says, okay, so that way they can continue the Venom movies in its own universe. So that way you could make a Venom 3 and just keep going. And then you got this black symbiote that was left there, and how it gets there, and it'll probably find Peter, and that's how because Kevin Feige came out and said that he's going to have that we're going to get Venom now in the MCU, and it's going to have the white spider. So that lets you know that it's going to get a hold of Peter at some point. So they set that up so that way we can get that. And then I did also like how it ended with Spider-Man, because what I liked about the ending of the movie with him was it showed him in his apartment. He's living on his own like he's supposed to. Um, but he made his fucking suit like he's supposed to. He did not rely on Stark Tech. So basically, it was like you watch this trilogy. This is him becoming the Spider-Man that we know. That's what this trilogy is. He starts out with the help of Stark Tech and looking up to Tony Stark as like his Uncle Ben and everything. And then it's the graduation and how he becomes the Spider-Man that we know. Like I said, with his own suit, he made his own suit and everything, and the suit looked very comic accurate and everything. I loved it. David says about Evil Strange. Yeah, that was in the second after credits scene, which God, I could not stand waiting through all of them credits just to watch that. I'll have to rewatch it when it gets on YouTube, on the TV where I can watch it in better quality. Because I was standing up, man, I had to go to the bathroom so fucking bad. But it looked good. It looked good. So I'm interested. I'm kind of curious to see that. Shuman Gora 2, I hear. I don't know what that is. Andrew says, I loved Toby and Andrew's chemistry, talking about their villains and how Andrew helped fix Toby's back. Yeah, a lot of that was the funny, so funny. And then they were talking about the webbing, and and then they talked about how Ned, his basically, their best friends became the villains that tried to kill him, and then they died. So he's like, that's why I loved all the chemistry and a lot of what's going on there. Yeah, Seymour Mordo was back in it as well, but they didn't even show Loki. I didn't see Loki. Loki's supposed to be in it too. Because and I don't know if it was, to me it's a plot hole of the movie, and that's because the spell was anybody who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man, basically. Okay, all the villains knew except Electro. Electro didn't fucking know. So why would he be there? And then, like, it brings Venom into this universe. He don't know who the fuck Spider-Man is. So I feel like that's maybe like a plot hole of the movie. I don't know. Plot. The Venom thing was a plot device to get the symbiote to this universe, to Spider-Man's universe. So that's how we're going to get Venom in the in MCU. So that was, they used the whole thing what happened here is that, but he don't know who Spider-Man is. Andrew says, even though Willem Dafoe was the same Goblin from the 2002 film, I was surprised he destroyed the mask in the alley. That was Norman Osborn destroying it, because he was like, it was at that point where he had switched back to Norman, and he wanted the Goblin out at that point. And of course, it was still in his head and everything. So, I just hate the fact that they destroyed the mask. I really do. Guys, 2 minutes and then I'm going to call it. Like I said, I'm not feeling good. I got to get up early. I got things I got to do tomorrow before work. So I do appreciate Andrew and David and everybody who's came in tonight and chatted with me. Red Supra, thank you guys. I very much appreciate it. So that way we can discuss it. You guys can see how I feel about it. At least there's some content this week. As soon as I get feeling better, I'll definitely release some more. I got a couple of videos I'm planning on releasing. We actually made the fucking thumbnails. I can't even think of it. Andrew says, in fact, teaser for Doctor Strange, she was that Strange Supreme from What If series. So holy shit, yeah, that's what it looked like, at least to me. That's what it looked like, but who knows if that's exactly what that is. So Andrew says post-credit scene in Venom 2 was for nothing since Tom Hardy got sent back to his universe. No, no, that was not for nothing. That that basically continues as the post-credit scene in this movie, but it was a plot device, dude. It was very much a plot device to get Venom in the MCU, because here's what happens now. They bring Venom, the Venom that is very well liked from these, even though I'm not a big fan of those Venoms, of this Venom. They bring the symbiote over to this universe, okay? And then it shows it on the table when he gets sent back. So therefore, that symbiote, part of that symbiote, is now in the MCU and was left there. That's what that plot device was. They used this whole, multiverse thing where people were showing up in this universe as a way to bring Venom in, and then the symbiote gets left, so that way they can continue and make that. In fact, now they don't even have to have Tom Hardy come back as Eddie Brock either. They can actually make a Eddie Brock that's maybe closer to what the comic book version is, or anything like that. They can actually, because Kevin Feige has said that they're going to bring Venom into this universe, and they're actually going to give him the White Spider, and they've already said that there will be more. Tom Holland will return as Spider-Man, so I gotta think they got Secret Wars planned. They gotta have Secret Wars planned, and this somehow he gets a hold of this symbiote and everything. Who knows? Who knows? But that was a plot device to bring that in. I can definitely tell that's what that was. Do you think No Way Home is the first and only time we see Toby and Andrew back, or will the success of this film, like greenlight projects, continue the Raimi and Webb universes? I don't think the Raimi and Webb universes will continue. I really don't think. I don't think we're going to get that. I know a lot of people have rallied and wanted the Raimi ones they wanted Spider-Man 4, but to be honest with you, I don't see it happening. Just because, one, a lot of it's out of date. I don't doubt I mean, we could possibly see Toby return. I don't think we're going to see Andrew return, which sucks because I like Andrew better anyway. But, at least, to be honest with you, this Toby in this movie was the best version of Toby. This Toby felt like Spider-Man, more than what he did in the first 3 films. Way more than what he did in the first 3 films. It's just because when I think of Spider-Man, I think of him as a wisecracker. He's a wisecracker when he's fucking fighting the villains. And Tom Holland has been the best version of that. That's for damn sure. And then Andrew was better at it than Toby was. So, all right, guys. So it is 11:33. I am going to go ahead and call it, guys. Andrew says, "Oh," and then Toby, Andrew, and Tom all hugged each other at the end. Like I said, 3 brothers, man. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm sick, guys. I do appreciate you all coming in, talking to me on this. Thank you. Leave comments on the video. I will answer them because I do leave the video up. And if you're not subscribed, by all means, subscribe to the channel, guys. Till next time.